The drama surrounding players falling out about the Pride-related events this month in-game. Champion deep dives are out for us to check out. War matchmaking is now more wonkier than ever. Moon Knight 2022 by coss, and so much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome to the Monday show. Certainly been a busy weekend for myself and many other Brits, as it's been the Platinum Jubilee, so there's been a lot of street party celebration and other things like that. But my god, what a thing that happened over the weekend with people posting stuff, people falling out, and some really weird takes. So yes, what a time to be alive. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, or post notifications on all, especially because this week is new content information week, and you know we'll be covering lots of side quest based stuff. But let's kick off the show with a little bit of micro news. I do like doing a little bit of micro news, covering some little stuff. So if you don't know already, that today at 10 AM PST time, it is going to be over Splitsville for the current beta of Battlegrounds. It's unknown whether or not it will return back anytime soon. Obviously it will return, but when it will return in its proper iteration, that will be the next step, especially with a lot of bugs, problems, and well, interactions that need to be dealt with in order to make it actually a good mode for anybody's interest of grind. Next up in micro news, and shout out to Pierce who does this amazing cosmic Ghost Rider. Now I haven't done something like the art corner as I normally do, but I kind of thought it was nice to put this in, as it's nice to celebrate the great things that the community does do, and this is one of those amazing things. Just look at the level of detail to this Cosmic Ghost Rider. It is insane. I've put a link in the description to Pierce's Instagram, and Pierce, if you're not if you don't have like a Fiverr or anything where you kind of like commission stuff, I would do that. I would definitely start kind of doing stuff like that. You've got a talent, use that talent for good. And of course, a micro news segment wouldn't be complete without some amazing work yet again by coss. He does a 2022 version of Moon Knight. This takes the more current animation and like look and appearance that we've seen in the Moon Knight TV series recently on Disney Plus. Insane. Go and check it out. Link in the description. Vicious. Okay, next up we have got deep dives. Champion deep dives. First of all, starting off with Wiccan. See, Wiccan looks pretty cool, and I like the fact that he gets regen after like doing a special attack, which looks to be an SP1. But these spell casting things, which look very, very important to the makeup of the champion. I guess similar in a way with like Wong, but you know, this Wiccan character looks like, well, the champion looks cool in any case, but the way that it can do like big bursts of kind of not degen damage, but kind of debuff damage is what I was trying to say there. Especially that is energy related. With energy vulnerability, you can look to really stack up stuff, and as well as some element of suppression, which looks like to be some kind of passive fatal thing. I want to say because it said buff failed on it. But you can combine them all, get a plasma thing, similar to what you have with some champions like Iron Man Infinity War, for example, and do a lot of damage. Very, very nice. Richard like very much. Casting spells of Wiccan look to be better than Wong's, in my opinion, from the way that you're kind of flowing a battle. Like one of them is like doing, I don't know, medium, light, medium, and the other one might be doing like medium, light, or something like that. It's kind of like do certain types of basic attacks in conjunction, and you get something which is the spell, and the spell being the thing on the top left hand corner. So that's cool in kind of like creating that. It means that your rotations can be more well timed to the player's preference. So yeah, looking forward to this. Right, let's quickly go over HUlKLING. HUlKLING has some really cool high damage and as well high aggression type rotations. After throwing an SP1, you want to keep like default aptitude on you, and then it's a case of just being like aggressive as possible, especially to get a special type of debuff, which is that intimidate, and you got to hit through the block in order to kind of like build up pierce, which gets you unblockable. And it's kind of like, it's kind of weird because the enemy AI, as we know in game, is just so ass. It's kind of like, this has been created, this champion's been created to deal with it to a degree. And as much as I'm like, hey, that's great, this is fantastic, I'm like, well, can we have the AI fixed in a roundabout kind of way? But look, this champion does seem to like have a good amount of kind of burst damage. It has a load of buffs to it, has a debuff, and I think it could be quite cool in any case. And dealing with stuff, as it said on the deep dive with Invade and other nodes, especially like Brute Force, it's nice to see a champion that's kind of like, yeah, just high damage, really cool. And I think a lot of players are going to like these two champions releasing this month. But it's down to the player base to for the opinion on that one. Alliance Wars matchmaking is on the agenda today. Like, Alliance Wars is going for a very bad state. It went through like a time where it was kind of getting good, and I think like season 33 was just a solid season, which is great news for people that do this, and as well great news for Kabam. Sadly, it looks like season 34 is brought with a lot of issues, especially with interactions, with people getting double the amount of points in some sort of wins and losses, and how that really kind of affects, and may have affected this, for example, this particular interaction, but in all essence, like the extent of matchmaking needs to be on point, and matchmaking is not on point. And look, this alliance particularly paired up here, 2752 versus the 3163 alliance. Now it's claimed that this is a Platinum 3 alliance versus a Master alliance. So what the heck is going on? And yeah, my team is Plat 3 at the moment, playing for Plat 2. Just got matched with a team who is Masters 2, so Masters 2 for that particular one. And it's just weird. It is weird. Now, Friday this was brought to light, especially we still haven't had an answer, as I've said, about the double rating issue. And I was thinking to myself, could this be an issue? Could this be like an offshot from it? The way that, say, I don't know, like a 2700 versus 3115 rating could be a case of like, well, did they get double the rating before, which what means they jack them up to kind of like a higher placement, and that's why we're seeing the interaction as is. I don't know. I can't really speculate on that. It's just like a case of going theorization and that kind of stuff. No answer from Kabam on this, and it does go into last 24 hours. The 5th of June, that was Sunday, no answer. Not only expecting Kabam to answer on a Sunday, because it's a Sunday, but would they answer today? I hope so, because there's a lot of things that still need answers from Kabam as to what they plan to do with it. The double rating side of things is an issue as to how that affects the, certain things, certain elements, and where you kind of go. Don't know. The point situation. There's loads of things on the kind of like table for Kabam to deal with. Okay, let's talk about drama. Yes, not something that I'm too interested in talking on this channel. It is just a case of like, when we do the news shows, it's all about tackling or talking about things that Kabam aren't doing right, and stuff they're doing right, and stuff that celebrate within the community. Sadly, it looks like we've got some kind of like weird, like backwards way of kind of covering certain things. I mean, look, we've seen this on Friday with coss posting here about like bugs, and then having to do like a follow-up thing saying doubling down on with that. It's just a very kind of like unfunny little joke, especially because in recent months, like coss has put something like important bugs, or there's been this ongoing bugs type thing that he's put in these infographics. Assuming it's a he, because I tried to message who I thought was the owner of Marvel coss, and haven't had a response back from the person that I dealt with quite recently. So I don't know whether or not they're lying low on the situation. But then there was also like some other takes from other places on the situation, and I saw this particular player's like take saying the game is used to enforce some lefty theology values, religions values, or whatever you call it, over the players. We have our religion, and you have yours. We have identity, and you are free to have yours. It's not okay to use the game to enforce yours on us and our kids. By the way, this is not the game. This is part of the Marvel history, which incorporates identification and religion. A good example is next week we're going to see, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, and it's got a very kind of Muslim-centric religious belief, but also is mixed into things like, one of her friends in high school is a lesbian, and then there's a counselor who is gay as well. So there's lots of different things that integrate into the Marvel history, which I think, makes this very much a case of everybody has their place within Marvel, and that's why we're all together for this game. Is regardless of your religious background, your background in general, your whatever you believe, we can all find a common ground, and that's all the thing about this game, is finding a common ground, because it's a game that we play from incorporating Marvel history into one place. So it's kind of sad to not see everybody kind of like on that kind of page. And maybe that this person is kind of uncomfortable with the fact that this is kind of like a Pride Month. Would this player find it uncomfortable to have, I don't know, celebrating St. Patrick's Day? You know, we're not really, you're not Irish, we're not, you know, we don't kind of like adopt we don't believe anything when it comes to St. Patrick if you are not Irish, or you know, you're a little bit Irish for the day. The same thing could be like, oh, Lunar New Year. Well, I'm not Asian, I'm not Chinese, so why should I celebrate Lunar New Year within the game? I'm not, I mean, you can see my face. I'm not. You know, should I be celebrating Black History Month? But it's like, look, we all come together to support each other, love each other. And I know people might go, oh, it's a lefty point of view. Where it's like, well, look, we're all human beings. Shouldn't we be kind of like having like equal respect, sharing ideas and stuff? It's a very weird set of coverage I've seen on this particular situation. But regardless, you know, I love and respect all of you for whatever you are and wherever you are and what background and what identification you have, because at the end of the day, you've got to love each other. You've got to respect each other and, you know, share ideas, talk to one another. Now, at this point, I normally do arena predictions and results. Sadly, we don't have many results to go off of, and that is, I think Marvel True Cost might be laying low whilst the heat dies down. So I haven't seen anything posted for that. But I would say that going off of some results, shout out to the Discord for posting. 49.5 mil. This is the only result we had, which got the 5-star position 100. And I would say these are my predictions for round 2, which is again, a lot of this is just estimates based off of like, well, we don't have results, so take it with a pinch of salt. So yeah, that the 6-star Craven, I think, you know, with 49.5, 55 mil, 22 mil for the 5-star, maybe do 25 mil if depending on how the results come in. We'll see if we can get some results later on. I'm just not kind of like, I can't guarantee anything. 6-star Mordo, 90 mil, and then 5-star 30 mil. It's up to you how you feel with the grind with that. I finished by also saying thank you to those that support the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron. You're on screen right now. Thank you very much for keeping the love and support. Also those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. It was great doing a Fall Guys Friday last Friday. Looking to put that in as a regular thing, and also doing a little bit of Diablo Immortal as I get the second channel rocking and rolling to deliver that particular content, as I do a bit of grind with that, and I will be doing that as a non-spending free-to-play player. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you in the next video, which we should be handling something interesting. So see you then. Cheers everybody. Bye bye.